Uh, every time I do the search, I need to make sure I'm splitting it before I search. Okay. Uh, so yeah, but I can get rid of these because we're not running these searches anymore. We have act search, so we can replace research with act search, and we don't even have to do this anymore either. Right? No, we don't. Right? No, no, no. So let's look at for instances where we're referencing research, because now if we just replace these with act search, uh, then yeah, I can just oh, wait a second. Oh, whoa. I'm a silly person. I wrote this stuff a long time ago, and I guess I either wrote it fast or I wrote it in a way that made sense, but like ultimately it doesn't actually make as much sense as it could. 'Cause yeah, I should just hey, that's the new follow noise. Progressive V, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. Um, the all right, so I'll replace all these references to research with act search. Uh, yeah. Um, well, so one simple thing I can make is that the act search is typically going to be lower than, well, oh yeah, yeah. I want to change this part here because the new thing that I'm going to add in is going to be like it's gonna like build off of what we have here and here, I guess. Actually, it's probably going to replace what we have here. Write-ins. I mean, it's basically going to be like, I guess it's actually yeah, no, weird. It's gonna involve that part. But all right, is that the well, those are the last references to? Oh no, there's more references to research. Uh, so oh wait, is this a different section though? No, this is still part of the same stuff. So oh, but this is a different research. This is legitimately a different search string that we're doing here. So that's fine. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So as I was saying, the change that I actually wanted to make when I started working this morning was to I wanted to make it so that we basically keep track of this data regardless of this condition. Like we used to always wait. Whoops, we used to wait for this condition to keep track of this stuff, and I want to do it differently. So how do I want to do this? Uh, huh. I all right. So yeah. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna add in a new list. A list? Yeah, a new list uh, for voice data. Huh. How am I gonna organize this data? Basically, all right. So the gist is that players will be able to speak up in game, essentially. Like, I mean, the chat channel is for chat, right? Some people are going to be using the chat channel for chat. Some people are going to be using the chat channel to play the game. And so basically, I'm adding in a way that people can indicate when they're like using like game specific, like when they're saying something like directly pertinent to the game. Uh, so I don't I mean, there are a number of different ways I can keep track of this data. The like I was thinking, I'll just flatly keep track of it. I'll just keep adding to this list of data that we have, which I guess could be fine because it's not like it's a hugely complicated list of data. Hey, congratulations to to the folks who leveled up. Uh, um, uh, what was I on about? Yeah, I just okay. So the reason I was thinking like I maybe I don't want to just flatly like keep a long list of all of this data is that if the game runs for like 10 hours or something, like what happens like if this like how long is this list really gonna get? Like how because it's only gonna be so useful. Like the data on this list, like it's only ever gonna be useful for so long. Um, so like I kind of want to I kind of want to just like I was thinking, okay, so I could just go by a number of data points, right? I could just have it so that so that maybe it keeps track of like 1,000 data points, and as soon as we hit the 1,000th data point, then we just stop. Uh, we just overwrite the old data points with new data points. Um, uh, I um. Oh hey, Validu, how's it going? Uh, Validu. I still don't know how to pronounce your name. But how's it going? Um, I kind of want to go by timing. I kind of want to make it so that like I keep track of like the last like hour's worth of the of this information, or maybe even not even like a full hour. Maybe I should just yeah, maybe I should just do something like keeping track of 1,000 data points. Ah man, I don't know. I okay wait. Yeah, maybe I'll just do something like 1,000 data points. Because the other thing that I want to do is I want to keep I want to I want to like I want to sort by like timeliness or like by like basically like the way I want this so yeah so okay so what I'm going to do with this data so the way this data comes in is through chat and anyone can input this data and what I want to do with this data is like I have this like blank thing up here which is just like a text field but the only time this ever actually like does anything is if a GM initiates an event. This is where we see the results of that particular event. And so basically what I'm going to do is change it so that when there's not an event happening, then instead we just see like the voice data, which will just be like a list of like what game relevant terms or like game relevant stuff like people are like saying or talking about. And I kind of want to make sure, like I kind of want to treat it like a like an ongoing conversation, so that the like I want it to like sort so that the things that like more people are talking about show up. Oh right, no, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I wanted to sort it by player. So I guess I can just have this in the player dictionary. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, that doesn't necessarily help, but no, I think that does help. Yeah, yeah, I can just put it on the player dictionary. It's not like this data gets saved out, so when players leave, their voices like retracted from the system, I guess. Uh, it's not that I can't pronounce it. It's that I don't know how to pronounce it. No one's ever said pronounce it like this. I swear I can pronounce it. I just don't know how. Uh, what did you have an illumination about? Or what's an illumination? I assume you mean like an idea. But maybe it means something that I don't know. I'm apparently a very stupid person. Uh, sorry. Um, yeah, okay, yeah. I've been thinking about this before. The way I want this to work, like, I don't want to encourage people to spam these things. So, so basically, I'm going to sort this data by person so that the same person, if the same person says something like multiple times, it still only counts for like one. Like their voice doesn't get louder just because they keep saying it again and again and again. Like their voice will stay persistent if they keep saying it, but like there's that really doesn't like there's no point in saying it like again multiple times in a row, uh, or saying it multiple times in the same sentence or anything like that. Um, so yeah, so it's going to be on the player, and it's going to be a dictionary. I use dictionaries a lot. uh, Maybe that's fine. I just don't necessarily know a better way to do it. Wait, no, I can do this as a list. No, I'll do it as a dictionary. Oh, wait. There are pros and cons to either way. Like, if I do it as a list, it'll be harder to check for duplicates. But if I do it as a dictionary, then it'll be harder to check for timeliness. Like, it'll be harder to check for, like, recency. So I guess it could be that instead of, like, with the, huh. Yeah, I was thinking I would have, like, no, this is fine. Yeah, I'll just get rid of it at a certain point. Like, I'll just have, like, I'll have it, like I was saying before, like an hour, for example. Like, there'd be, uh, um, I, alright, I don't, I don't understand what just happened in chat, but it sounds cool, so, good job. Alright, no, yeah. So I guess like so the loudness of these voices will like start off high and then they'll taper off over time. And then at a certain point, I guess they'll just get like removed entirely. Because like when they would be mathematically like so not uh the find function of lists. Is that a real thing? um If you can use a find, if list has a find function, what's the difference between a list and a dictionary? Oh, just that I guess like the dictionary just like automatically finds like all the time. Huh. I maybe. I don't know. I guess like if I was going to use find on a list, I would basically use a dictionary. But yeah, maybe that's not necessarily good. Like um uh I don't get it. um I'm assuming you're implying that there's supposed to be an apostrophe like that would clarify the pronunciation of your name. Okay. Okay, so this is not just me. At least I'm not the only stupid person. Um, uh, oh, that's not helpful information. Uh, is this going to tell me how to do it? Find. Hey, look at that. Returns the lowest index in the string where substring sub is found. Interesting. Returns -1 if sub is not found. Yeah, that. Oh, it returns the lowest one? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Okay, so the reason, yeah, that is actually helpful to know, and I probably will use that at some points. I don't know, for some reason it didn't occur to me. I mean, sometimes I do manual finds. I don't use dot find. I just like do actual like finds, but like I literally just look through the string for the data. Um, what Yeah, so the reason that like this yeah, so the reason like the two things like I guess like I was using list and dictionary as like the representative like typical data sources, but like the uh the thing I was thinking though is that like if I'm using this data like a dictionary where like the entries get replaced, they're not going to be in chronological order. So like yeah, I can kind of keep them orderly by replacing the data, or I can keep them chronologically orderly by by uh by keeping them sorted as such. So yeah, I think I'm just going to do the thing where there is a hard limit. They're going to like the voices will like will like taper off over time, and or like the echoes. I'm gonna get very poetic with this. The echoes will diminish over time, um, but and then eventually they'll just get removed entirely. Uh, yeah. Okay. Uh, so yeah, what am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? What am I gonna do this? No. Um, so we need a. So yeah. So this is apparently a quality of the player. Now that I think about it. Um, so players are defined here, or adventurers, excuse me. Adventurers are defined here, and voice will be a dictionary. Yeah. I mean, maybe it shouldn't be voice. Maybe it should be like speech or something. But yeah. Self.voice equals dictionary. Uh, and so what the what? I will I will yeah, I'm now going to so now basically yeah, so now every time someone speaks their their action whatever's all the actions they speak of will and I guess this is another one of those things that we only do it for not the GM. Yeah, because we do it based on action source. So I mean, hypothetically, we can do it for every character. Um, I get the feeling it's not going to be like an alternative to this thing. Yeah, no, it's really not. Uh, huh. Oh, weird. Huh. Yeah, I was just thinking I might want to actually make it slightly separate from this because basically, so what we do here is we loop over like all the possible actions for the current event. So I might actually just set up two separate like loops for uh I yeah, so Yakumas, the reason that like yeah, I did also thank you for the link. I did also find the documentation for it. The reason the reason I'm not using that the reason I'm not going to use that after all is because even if I was finding things in a list and replacing the data points in the list, it wouldn't put the list in order unless I also sorted it. So because I want to do because I want to overwrite the data, I'm going to like I'm not going to set it up in a way that I would expect the data sorted. I'm going to set it up in a way that it doesn't matter if the data is sorted. So, uh, and so yeah, so I guess I can use what's the difference between like a list that you find in and just a dictionary? I like maybe there's probably like subtle differences or like significant differences, but I basically treat a dictionary like to me a dictionary is basically just a list where you always find this entry before you handle the entry. Like it's basically a list that you just don't have like it's just a list with no duplicate whatevers. So yeah, might not be the right decision, but I think it'll work at least. Yeah, so I should just change a lot of this stuff. I should just cut right in. I could just cut right in. I think for now I'm just gonna comment it out because at the very least I don't care about it right now. Uh, yeah. Well, no, I guess I might want to use it for some things, hypothetically. Nah, probably not. Probably not. I can probably just cut it entirely. Yeah. All right. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is helpful. I do use keys a lot. I do use the list of keys a lot. Yeah, sometimes I'm like working with a list and I'm like, ooh, I wish I could get like a list that was just like this column from the list, like a list of lists, and I wish I could just get this column out of the list, but yeah. Yeah, all right. Uh, I feel like that data type probably exists. I probably just don't. All right, so I think if I, so I'm gonna basically just take out write-ins for now, um, and then I'm gonna take out write-ins, and that's gonna like leave some like loose ends. So I'll want to go clean that up. But I'm also gonna like restructure this a little bit. Can I skip the? Yeah, I think I can also skip the if name not equal GM thing. Yeah. Yes, I definitely can. Or like I mean I can or like I don't have to or like whatever. Like I could do it either way, but I definitely want to not have that. I want to skip it. Definitely want to skip it. Definitely. Definitively. Most certainly. Indubitably. Sorry. um, so what do we do here? Oh, we do different things in both these cases. Uh, and then oh, so yeah, maybe I will just leave these the same. Maybe I'll just leave these untouched because it's actually it'd be easier to instead of writing it in here, just write it out somewhere else. Um, so that way I don't have to write it twice. And so I was just thinking, like, I guess I could just change this real quick because no, no, this is fine. This is fine how it is. If key in act source, yeah, that's fine enough. Really? What about when act source is blank? So like yeah, there's not usually I mean this is a really minor point, but like I'm gonna say for key in act source uh, if key in cur of actions.keys. I think. Oh no, I know why I do it that way. Uh yeah, no, this is fine. It's such a minor point. I really don't care. Okay. Sorry, whenever I work on code that gets called like this frequently, I tend to like this is like I'm not like a low level engine programmer, but like I start to become one. So what is wait, KFC? Wait, what's the stat for KFC? I don't understand what's happening, but I approve. Okay, yeah. So the thing that I'm gonna add in, I'll add in outside of, I'll add it in like beneath this part where we're not handling any of this stuff. Is there anything I should change about this? If name not in participation list, that I did change that, and that is better now. So for key in late dictionary.keys, again, yeah, that's fine. If key in top, oh, that's interesting. We don't have to look in top anymore. We can just look in act list. Or what is it? What do we call it? Act, was it act list? No, act search. Act search, yeah. We can just look in act search. Where was I typing? I forget where I was typing. Oh yeah, act search. Yeah, top is the full data set, but we don't actually have to look that far because we've already done a lot. Oh, and we can get rid of all these add players too, because we do one add player at the start of this whole shebang. I know that one's commented out, but I'm still gonna remove it. All right, that's the real one. Doop 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 doop. All right. Oh, more of them. Join. Oh yeah, right. That's a different section. So we don't want to remove it from there. If we removed it from there, then it would be like really difficult for anyone to enter the game. Okay. What time is it? It is 1:18. At 3:30, I need to feed my dog. or my roommate's dog. And then at 10 o'clock, I have to pick up my roommate from the airport. So, or the bus station. But yeah, that's not for a while. We have time. Just reminding myself. Uh, um, sorry, just chat is hilarious. Uh, so, let's what then? I say that a lot, huh? Let's what then? Because I know I'm supposed to be doing something. It just doesn't always immediately come to mind as to what I'm supposed to be doing. Uh, the Yeah, so let's add this thing in, and where to add it in is right after that break. Yeah, the dangling break. We can do it right here. Um, so yeah, so what we're gonna do here is say for 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 AI in act search uh, uh, if no, actually this is really simple. We can just say player dictionary index name dot voice index AI equals frame time, because we're just keeping track of like when it was said, what was said, and when. Uh, oh, oh yeah, that's why I was actually yeah, that was why I was going to do. That's why I was going to do this integrated with the other stuff, because I was going to make it so that if the thing that a person said was an action key, like in an event, then instead we just not say it. So yeah, yeah, this is so simple that like, yeah, I am gonna do it this way. So let's say, oh, but the breaking. Well, I can just change how the breaking works. Uh, so all right, so I'll just say acting equals true, uh, and then we can say so yeah. So I will spin this list around. I'll spin this to say for key in act search. Uh, in act search, if acting and key in cacting if cacting and a if acting and key in act search, then we do the rest of that stuff. Oh no, not in act search, in curev dot dic no curev dot what was it, actions dot keys, yeah. uh and then, so instead of breaking, we're just going to say acting equals false, and then the else case to this is that we're going to just add the voice. So this way, if the player, yeah, so this way the player can participate in events and it doesn't like muddy up their voice. Like they can still speak clearly. Uh, sorry, I like metaphors. Um, so else, so yeah, the else case here is that yeah, that very simple statement about adding frame time as the yeah. For some reason, I was thinking like adding their voice was going to be difficult, but it's actually very straightforward. And then the only thing that's going to have any sort of like complication to it is the part where we actually like listen to the voices, or like where we turn the voice data into like a coherent statement about what players are saying. And even that's not going to be that hard. So, all right. So, yeah. Sorry, just stretching a little bit. Yeah, game dev. Serious business. Yeah. Whew, that's some game dev right there. That's some. All right. Sorry. So what? Sorry, my hair must really like my face because it just wants to get all up in it all day, all day. Um, uh, but let's continue. I can, I'll survive. Okay. So you're right. So we'll do basically the same thing for this other situation. So if name not in participation list. Um, oh. So if name not in participation list, then we'll do this. Oh, so actually for this one, yeah. Yeah, whatever, this is fine. Okay, so for key in, all right, so again, we'll start by saying key in act source, not in late dictionary.keys. So, uh, and then we'll do late dictionary.keys here. Right, and so again, the breaking, yeah, the breaking. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I handled multi. Do I handle multi? I mean, I guess I don't really have to, per se. Yeah, no, I guess in this case I don't really have to handle multi. So yeah, so I'll just, again, I'll say if acting. Oh yeah, so acting equals true. Equals true. And then, capital T true. Acting equals true. For key in act source, if acting and key in late dictionary.keys, then we do all that business. So instead of breaking at the end, we will say acting equals false, and then the else case to what? The else case to this line. No, the else case to this line. Whoa. I think that was in the wrong place. I think that's supposed to be here. Would that have heard anything? Oh. Yikes. Hopefully I just messed that up. Hopefully I just messed that up now, because if that was broken before, then that would not have been the best thing in the world. It's weird. I hopefully just broke that now, because I never noticed it not working correctly. It always seemed to be working correctly, so I don't know. Alright, so for key in, so if acting and key in blah blah blah. So yeah, so now we'll put an else case, which is simply the adding of the voice. Oh, except it's not. Oh, whoa. This isn't called AI, it's called key. Yikes. That would not have been great. Key and then close brace. Yeah. So then, similarly, we do this. And then lastly, in the case that the name, participation, blah, 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 whatever. In this case, we just simply loop over. So then, in this case, for key in act search, then we just do this. Because this is the case where... Oh, wait a second. Do we want to set this up differently? Because, actually what would happen here is... Yeah. Oh, weird. Okay, actually, yeah, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to rearrange this other stuff. Because I still... Oh, wait a second. No, yeah, it just occurred to me. I want to use acting differently. Because just because an action tag is not valid for an event, or just because it's not relevant to a particular event, doesn't necessarily mean that we want to. It doesn't necessarily mean that we want to count it as a count it for the voice. So like for example, if I don't know. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so let's do what? So for key in act source, if key in curt of action keys is the first thing that we check. Then, so that yeah, so this else case is just the alternative to that. But before we go crazy with other stuff, we're going to say if acting, then this other stuff we only do in the case of acting. Because if we're not acting, then we're cool. We're done. We're good. We don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. Okay. Yeah. So maybe I should put that in the other order. So maybe I should say if key not in. Not a huge difference. Again, it's just these lines evaluate fairly frequently. So I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to spin it around, but does that actually even matter? Because the only difference is that no, this is fine either way. Yeah, this is fine. I really don't care. Okay. I do want to do the same thing here, basically, though. So the first check is just if key in late dictionary. And basically what that means is that... Actually, maybe I do want to treat it differently here. Maybe in this case... I mean, I could just... Maybe... Maybe it's fine to keep action keys in... Maybe it's fine to just keep action keys in voices in general. Like, maybe that's not such a bad thing. Because it was occurring to me, like, I might actually, like, you know, there might be situations where someone actually tries to voice up about something that just happened to be an action key previously. And I don't necessarily want to ignore that. So maybe it wouldn't be so disruptive just to have this the slightly extra data. I mean, it's more data to process. So if I don't have a good reason to do this, then maybe I should just avoid it for the sake of not having extra data to process. I don't think like the data processing is going to be that complicated. I just oh, you know, what just occurred to me is I should schedule the data processing. Right now I have like a similar sort of data processing thing, and I'm not using the scheduling system for it. And I probably should. I should probably just use the scheduling system for it. But that's not really here or there. Okay. Include, exclude, include, exclude, include, exclude, include, exclude. I don't know. Maybe I'll just include it. No. I will exclude it. Yes. Yeah. Because it's just going to be too noisy. It just adds noise. Yes. Well, so then maybe I should like do both. Maybe I should like filter out. Maybe I should do what I was about to do, which is only filter it out when it's valid, and then like leave it in when it's invalid. And by invalid I mean not valid for an event. Because maybe if people are using those action tags in a way, yeah, I mean, maybe that should be the rule of thumb. These count as valid as long as the excuse me. They count as valid as long as the they count as valid for voice as long as they're not valid for other purposes, basically. um, no. No, I'm just okay. Sorry. That shouldn't have been so difficult to arrive at, but I'm just going to exempt them. I guess it's just like weird. Like it's not like it's not like it's not like I've never played a game that had systems like this, and to the extent of my knowledge, like games don't actually have systems like this. Like there, as far as I know, there actually isn't a game that has a system like this. So it's like, part of the reason that I spend as much time as I do trying to make these decisions is because I'm trying to make the right decisions, and I don't have like a point frame reference. There's not something necessarily to look to that I know of. I mean, there could exist something out there that is like a comparable sort of thing, but I've sure as heck never seen it before. So. Uh, let's continue on with exactly what we're doing. So acting is true. So for key in act. So if key in blah blah blah. So if acting, then we do this business here, and then the else case. This is the else case to if key in late dictionary keys. So yeah, so action tags are just not included in voice data. It's just as simple as that. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could include them in voice data, but then not add them to the data, or like then exempt them from data processing one at the time that we actually tabulate the data. But I don't care. I do not care about that stuff. Yep. I guess this is sorry, this is neither here nor there. I guess it's fairly obvious, but one thing I never really thought about starting on this game is that although this game has visuals, it's not a very visual game. Like it's a game that has visuals. It's not like a game that's very visually focused. It's like the visual, like it basically has a HUD, right? It has an illustrated HUD is what it has. Oh, thank you, Yakunas. Yeah, this game. I think I don't know. I feel like yeah, never. It's not really here or there. I just well, I guess that's just very different for me as a game maker. Is that all my games are like almost entirely visual. Like, because for one thing, I don't tend to use audio, and I've never used text before. So if you don't have audio or text in your games, then you're gonna have visuals, right? That's like what you're left with. So like the games that I've made so far, or like the prototypes that I'd been working on before I started on this sort of thing was what I don't know when Unity 5 came out, I converted these games to use WebGL. They load a little bit slower. I guess because WebGL with Unity is still in like the trial phases. Like it's not. They don't have like quite everything hammered out yet. Like you'll notice there's like some hitching and stuff. It runs pretty smoothly once it does load, but takes a moment to load. All right, it runs fairly smoothly. It can run pretty smoothly. I just like that you don't need the. All right. This is off topic, but sometimes I need to update my website because I converted the prototypes to WebGL, and then just like, despite the fact that like WebGL is kind of broken in a lot of ways. I just kind of went with it. All right, I'm way off topic at this point though. So let's get back on topic. Let's do what? All right, so now we have our voice data hypothetically, right? It's all there. It's all in there. So oh yeah. I once I set up this voice data, I think it'll be harder for me to show the secret panel on screen because maybe I'll just have to stop dragging the secret panel on screen. I often drag it on screen just to like show what I'm talking about. Because if I talk about the secret panel without you guys seeing it, it's like that'd be especially cryptic. I only call it the secret panel because it lives off screen, not because you're not allowed to know about it. All right. Anyways, that other chunk that I was talking about is the chunk that lives down here. So right now, wait. No, yeah, it's okay. So it's just this chunk here. Uh, yeah. So this Pev update thing. Um, I should just I should just put this on the scheduling system because I'm basically going to do this all the time now. I'm not only going to do it um, when an event is live. I'll do different things when an event is live. When an event is live, I will switch over to updating on the basis of the event data. So this actually, yeah. So this is basically the scenario where the event is live. Okay, yeah. So yeah. What maybe I'll put this in the scheduling system first, and then and then uh, and then I can adapt it to its new purposes as well. All right, so schedule. So yeah, so this is not an initialization thing, or it's not a command. It's like not. It's not something to init. It's something just to do at the appropriate time. So, oh wait, it's above this. It'll be just above this other. Hey, it's. It'll be right next door to the to that other stuff we just like refactored and fixed and stuff. All right, so stream data, growth, kickgm, nudgegm. Oh, I do tend to I do try and put these in order, relative order. Oh, and this one's going to come up fairly often. So this, yeah. So stream data happens every 2 seconds. Event points happens every minute. So it'll happen. This I think this happens roughly every 10 seconds. At least that's how I had it before. So that's more than 2 seconds and less than 1 minute. So event points? Huh. Yeah. Okay. So elif do now index 1 equals I'll just call it like voices, I guess. We do this business. In the case, yeah. So now in the case that that what was it? Oh, wait, so if event on and cur ev live, we can get rid of this other term. Pev update. Although we do have to schedule the the voices on the basis of that value. What was that value? Pev update cooldown, which I think is 10 seconds. So voices, so frame time plus Pev update cooldown, and we will be scheduling in more voices. Okay, save that, and then okay, so we can get rid of these lines, and then all right. So what is the same and what is different? We're doing similar things. What we do here basically is during an event. I guess like this is one of the things that you guys don't really see very often because this is one of the things that happens on the secret control panel, and it tends to happen when I'm actually using the secret control panel. So it usually is off screen. But basically what this looks like is like I have shown it on stream a few times. It's like when when an event is happening, like let's say someone writes in. Oh, I also want to change how this works, unless I have already. Did I put this on the basis of? No, I probably haven't yet. Yeah, so I also want to change how this works. So I guess I might as well do that while I'm here. Yeah, so let's say like an event happens. Like for example, it's like so you come to a peaceful meadow. You pick a flower, frolic with your blah blah blah. So Yakumis says flower. So what happens is this is the secret panel updates to say like flower. 1, and then like I don't know, like 5, like or like 123. And what this is saying is one person, like flower has been chosen, one person chose it, and the combined influence of that player was 123. So then like if other things get chosen, it'd be like what? So like frolic, like 3, like 345, and then maybe like more people choose flower, and so flower is like at 5. And I think right now it literally just sums the influence, and it literally just sorts by how many people have participated in the event. That's how we used to like do things in the game, basically. But at this point, it's a little different. And actually, it's different per event type, so that's also weird. I guess in general, I should probably just. I mean, I could just leave it the same. I kind of want to change it on the basis of event type, but sometimes the event type. Sometimes I accidentally forget to set the event type up front, and and when I forget to set the event type up front, then it would be off, and it would be showing like the wrong type of data. So it might be better just to be consistent. Um, yeah, it might be better just to. Oh, I'll help. I'm helping. Hold on, wait. I'm helping. Uh, I will drink and peek because I am a curious and thirsty individual. Drink. Whoops, I can type drink and peek. Uh, so, um, the yeah. So maybe this is fine. Huh, excuse me. No, I should at least change the influence calculation because I influence isn't strictly linear anymore. So I'm gonna I forget how I changed it exactly, but I know I did. It's yeah. So when we're calculating influence now, we do it how we do what we do what exactly. Uh, Influence dictionary I plus. Yeah, so I plus we calculate as influence base plus. Yeah, so I'm just going to use the same calculation. Uh, where were we? We were above this. Oh, we were. Wait, where were we? Oh yeah, no, above this. Yeah, right, right. Yeah, so voices. Okay, so yeah, so influence. Where do we do influence? How do we do influence? Wait, where do we do influence? Is it X dictionary? Is that what we're? Oh, XP. Yeah. Okay, X dictionary. Oh yeah, because it used to be experience. Influence and experience are the same thing. So X dictionary, it doesn't just equal XP anymore. It equals influence base plus math pow float player dictionary experience influence power. Yeah, okay. So in the places that we were dealing with uh oh whoops in the place that we were uh oh yeah, you know what, actually I'm gonna change that. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna calculate I plus up front. uh Wait, so how do we do this? For a key in event dictionary dot keys. Yeah, event dictionary dot keys are the players. So here we can calculate I plus, and then we can just set X dictionary blah 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 equal to I plus, or we can use I plus for that instead of exp. Yeah. And then for so else, so if it's not, oh, that's for write in. Oh, write in? Yeah, no, we can just get rid of write in altogether. I think that's what I decided to do, right? I think that's what I was doing before, I think. Uh, or did I decide to keep it? I forget. I think I decided to get rid of it. But I honestly have that short of a memory. Uh, oh yeah, no, I commented it. I commented it out. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't plan on using it. So I will keep it commented out. Okay, so uh, wait, where was it? Oop, yeah, it was further up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so keep that commented out. Don't care about that. I mean, I guess I'll do I plus correctly because why not? Uh, oh wait. This oh no, okay. So if multi wait, right in? Did I did I not do right in the case that wait, look, so if cur ev multi, if cur ev right in, but then I don't reference right in anymore. I think I only was doing right ins correctly if right ins were multi, which is kind of funny. Whatever. All right. So, oh yeah. So I still need to do this I plus business. Um, so for a key in cur ev action keys, for e key in event dictionary dot keys, so we'll say I plus equals blah blah blah, and then instead of so instead of wait, I could do this in either order, and I should probably do it in the other order because yeah, because it doesn't matter whether I do loop over E key or A key first. It just matters that I loop over both of them. And I calculate I plus on the basis of E key, so it would make more sense to start with E key so that I don't have to calculate I plus as many times. Hopefully that is a correct assumption. I think that's a correct assumption. So yeah, so again, I can replace references to the experience with the reference to I plus. Just because, yeah, so influence, you gain influence linearly over time, but the way influence affects the outcome of events is not as linear. Um, it's like sloped slightly. Um, yeah. Okay. So so uh, let's let's do what now? All right, so we're using I plus correctly here. So yeah, now let's put I plus correctly here and use it correctly here as well. The reason we have to calculate it these different times is because we're calculating I plus for each player, because each player has a different amount of influence, and so their individual actions like slant the outcomes in different ways. I mean, there might be a way that I can like, I was gonna say there might be a way that I can like generalize some of this stuff and reuse the same sort of like structure for whether there's an event on and the event is live versus not. Actually, that's actually a redundant statement because we don't actually have to check if the event is on, because if cur ev live, then the event is on. So we can actually just, I mean, it's a minor point, but yeah, right. So, right, okay, so I plus is now all well and good. So A list, A key, oh, A list. For A key in action dictionary dot keys, yeah, okay. So I'm going to actually set A list up front. I'm going to declare A list up front because I'm going to use it for both. Because the very tail end piece, I actually can do like I do want this data. I do want this data formatted the same, regardless of. Oh, yeah. Do I? Yeah. No. I guess that's fine. I mean, it's like literally the only thing that I'm sharing between the two is this very final formatting piece. So I can just unindent this. Yeah. Because oops. I can unindent this because for this and for the other thing I'm about to set up, like in both cases, we will still want to sort the A list in reverse. Oh, really? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So I guess a item index 0 is going to mean something different these times because hmm, yeah. When Twitch just sent you a refund for Twitch Turbo. I have Twitch Turbo. Did I get a refund? Hold on, let me check. Why'd they send you a refund for Twitch Turbo? Did they accidentally charge you twice or something? Um, uh, do. Nope, I didn't get any refunds. They're like, "Thank you for your money. We like your money." That's I got an email from Twitch saying, "We like your money. We enjoy your money very much." No, not literally. um, Maybe my check's still in the mail. No, okay. So for oh yeah, all right. So maybe I do want to sort this data a little differently, actually, because for for the I mean, I really want to sort this data in a number of different ways, but I wonder. I wonder if it's okay to read the value. I wonder if it's okay to read the value. Like I have this. So on my secrets panel, I have this like. I have this. This checkbox here, and like one thing that was weird that I noticed is that with tkinter, you can't like do stuff to this control panel on a separate thread, or else it like does not like that. Um, I wonder if I can read from it though, because basically all I want to read is this. Is this this value here? This like this little check mark thingy. That might be legit. I could try that. Cause what is that? That's like pev type or something. And I just have to say like pev type convert or whatever. I hope that's okay. We'll see. Um, I mean, oh yeah, actually, this whole thing that I'm doing here might not be legit. Because I was just reminded, like, I did the reason I found out that the panel's not thread safe is because I'm pretty sure I was doing something like this. Oh no, well yeah, no, I was doing something like this, and not this exactly, but like something very similar to this, and one day it just like started crashing for like no apparent reason. um, but we'll just assume this is going to go well and fine, and hopefully we won't have to worry about it. Um, all right, let's do what? Uh, um, we can. Sorry, I'm not actually thinking about what I'm supposed to be thinking about. I just looked at the graphics on the bottom of the screen and started thinking about environments because, like, sorry, this is like neither here nor there. Oh, thread safe. Sorry, this is also neither here nor there. Thread safe is so threads. Or if you're familiar with threads, it's basically like instead of having like everything run in order, like so basically like programs execute like as a list of things to do, right? They do this and then they do this and then they do this and then they do this, right? Um, with threading, like you're basically instead of just having one big list, you have like multiple lists, and so the lists don't wait for each other. Like one list can like do one thing and the other can like do the other thing, and so like you know that you can have basically you can have like the system doing multiple things at the same time. If different threads are acting on the same data, they can have like collisions that cause like so one of the lists is doing can cause the other one to mess up, and so if you cause those mistakes, that's called being like that's those are situations where things are not thread safe. Thread safe is when you're handling the data so that the lists, even if they're working with the same data, they can do their own things, you know, individually, and things will still work. That's what thread safe means. The thing I realized about the environments though is just like the forest connects to. Sorry, I'm just gonna. This is like a complete departure. I'm not gonna get too distracted with it, but the way the way the environments are laid out so far, uh, the uh, the forest connects to the mountain, which can connect to the snow or the cave. The river connects to the village, which connects to snow. Or so yeah, so the forest connects to mountain, and the village connects to snow. Um, I think those are the two environments. Oh, and snow connects to the river. Yeah, so there are three environments: the forest, snow, and village that always lead to another location. Like snow always leads to river, village always leads to snow, forest always leads to mountain. So, I mean, I have this like question mark, question mark, question mark thing here. Um, I think, yeah, because I'm basically like trying to like plot out what future transitions I'll make in the game. Um, and I was thinking the next one that I add, it might be the beach. Yeah, I was thinking the beach would go from the village to the cave. Uh, yeah, yeah, because I try and balance like um, how many. Oh, wait a second. Well, all right. So if I added the village and or if I added the beach and it connected the from the village to the cave, then what would be the next one? I mean, I really don't have to think this far ahead, but like it's just I don't know. I would like it if I basically what I want to accomplish is having it not so that the forest. Well, no, I guess this isn't going to help anything. I was going to say I'd want it so that like the environment transitions weren't always so linear, but the thing about that is that every time I add a new environment, I add two transitions to it, except for the pirate ship. Yeah, beach. Beach is one of the ones that I want to add in soon. I want to connect it from the village to the cave because I want the village to feel very on the water, and it connects to the river, and so I want it to connect to the beach as well. And I want it to connect to the cave because I want to have like those like beach caves. I think beach caves are really cool. Uh, I went to Hawaii over the summer. I guess is is why I want to have the beach caves because I went to Hawaii and like I don't know. It's just really. I think that would be a cool thing to illustrate because like the beach is so bright and then the caves are like these like dark little coves and like they're like so smooth because the water has like worn at them and I don't know. I think that'll be cool. So uh, thank you. Sorry. Um, thank you, person I'm banning. Thank you very much. Um, all right, so uh, change the default clothes on this rise to bathing suits. That would be delightful. That would be wonderful. um, sorry, sorry. What was yeah, so I guess like the thing that was irking me because I just happened to glance at the screen. I saw the forest was transitioning to the mountains, and I was like I wish there wasn't as much linearity. But then what's occurring to me is like every time, whoops, nope, undo. Every time I add a new environment, I'm adding a little bit of linearity because every time I add a new environment, I add Thank you, Vangalinksy. Um, every time I add in a new environment, I add in one transition in and one transition out. And so every new environment I add has that little bit of linearity to it. So there's always going to be a little bit of linearity to the. Hey, new follower. Oh, well, hold on. Yes, thank you, new follower. Uh, um, so, the. Sorry. The nice thing about this is that like there's always going to be like what is it like three environments that have a slightly linear path because like as soon as I add in the beach, the village will no longer be linear. It'll just be the forest, the snow, and the beach. And then when I add in the next one, like one of those will get a connector piece. Because I always like the environment with the most connectors is the river, because the river has two in connectors and two out connectors. Um, and once I add the beach, the cave will be that way as well. But like, there's none with like only two connections. Like everything that, so the ones that are linear, they have multiple in connections. Like they like, so like the village, well no, the village is new, so it's the one that only has one in, one out. But every other one, like for example, before the village, the snow was the most recent one. So I made sure to connect the village to the snow, because so that way the snow has two in inputs. Previously the snow was like 100% linear. So like yeah, so right, so the next one will go probably from the village to the cave, and then maybe the next one will probably go from the beach, maybe like from the forest to the beach or something. Um, because like I always, yeah, it's always like one connection from environment that doesn't have as many as the others, and then so maybe from the snow to the beach. Like it's like uh, I don't know. So if it was from the forest to the beach, it would probably be like a jungle of some sort. I don't know. I basically like I have a long list of environments that I know I want to add to the game, and I have a sorry, excuse me. I have a bunch of environments that I know I want to add to the game, and so whenever and I'm not going to do this now, but whenever it comes down to adding a new environment to the game, I tend to pick from that list and think about like what works based on what connectors I have and what I need and like what the game needs and like all that sort of stuff. Um, I actually, before I do a beach though, I think I want to do an interior space. I could do the interior space from the village to the cave. Or I could do the interior space from the village to the. I could do the interior space from the snow to the. No. Yeah, I could do the interior space from the snow to the cave. No, that's. I don't know. Whatever. There are a lot of things I could do. Point is, there's a lot of things I could do. Alright. Okay. Yeah, let's. The cave is an interior space. Yeah. When I say interior space, sorry, I mean, I was calling it a castle, but like castle interior. But I don't actually want it to be literally just a castle. I want it to be like a. So to distinguish it from the cave, I want it to be a man-made interior space. I don't want it to be a natural interior space. I want it to look like a building, because right now there are events that happen like in civilized society that don't necessarily feel like they should be happening outdoors necessarily. Like there are some things that would make more sense if they were actually happening indoors. So I want to make it an interior space. Uh, yeah. So right, it would make sense for the village to lead to the interior space. Again, it's not going to be a castle, but like there are events that take place like in a castle, which would use the interior space. The other possibility is that the interior space might be like it might be like the pirate ship, in that like there might not be a natural transition to it. It might just be that you can go indoors from like anywhere, basically. I mean, I can use the cave like that too, right? Like we have the transition from the outdoors into the cave, but like if you're walking through the snow, we could make an event where you find a cave and then you're in a cave. I don't know. I'll see how it. Again, I don't even plan on working on this right now. I just glanced at the art of the game, and this occurred to me, and yeah. Okay. Uh, so uh, yeah, let's get back to what we were doing, because why not? Yeah, the sorting of the list. For the voices, I don't just want to sort the voices based on number. Right now I post yeah. Right now I want to put or so right now we sort this data. Oh yeah, that was the other thing that I was talking about, like thread safe and like crashing the thread panel, but like or the panel thread, but am I going to do that? And if I'm not going to do that, is there something I can do to. I just hope this works. I just hope that this doesn't cause a crash, because if it causes a crash, like, I mean, there are other things I can do. I just like it'd be really convenient if this didn't crash. It'd be really convenient if this didn't crash. Um, yeah, I just because like I don't know how else to make tkinter dynamic. I mean, it might be just be that I have to not use tkinter. I've been using tkinter for the interface of the secret panel because it was relatively easy to set up. But like if tkinter just can't handle threads, then I might just need to seek out another option. Presumably there are other options out there for like UI stuff, like just quick UI stuff on in Python. Um, so uh, let's do what? Let's yeah, the ordering. Um, I just because I'm not going to go crazy with the like the ordering thing because I don't know if this is going to work. It's entirely possible that this will just cause a crash, in which case I don't care. Because if this crashes, then I'll have other things to worry about first, and I can come back and worry about this again later. Uh, so let's yeah. Let's do what? Um, yeah, I'm just gonna use the same sorting method for now. Okay, so the else case to the else case. No, don't unindent. Uh, the else case to whether the current event is live, or there is a current live event, is the case that we want to tabulate the voice data. So for p key in player dictionary um, dot keys, uh, we will say for v key in player dictionary index p key dot voice what do we do with this? We check the age. So we'll say if if uh, if frame time minus play oh, voice.keys, I guess. Voice.keys. I will say if frame time minus player dictionary dot p key voice v key voice index v key. If this is so frame time minus the voice time, if that's less than, or no, if it's greater than, if this is greater than an hour, so 3600 seconds, greater than or equal to, no, greater than is fine. Okay, not that it really doesn't matter. If it's greater than, then we'll just say player dictionary p key voice dot pop v key. We just won't even. That's the point. That's like the the upper limit of um yeah, no, the thing that I'm worried about Amish Cyborg is not necessarily that there'll be a bug, but that like, or I'm not worried that there's going to be a bug in my code. I'm worried that the system that I'm setting up is just not something that tkinter can handle, because there's no good reason that I can think of that I can't edit this text field from another thread, but tkinter has indicated previously that that might not be okay. And when I say it indicated that, I mean it crashed in a situation where I can't see any particular reason why it should have crashed. What I used to do I used to have it so that in this secret panel, whenever I typed, it would tell me like there would just be like a little label that told me the character count. But as soon as I added that feature, the panel started crashing. Um, so instead, I made a button so when I click it, it updates with the character count because I'm doing the update on this thread. Like when I click this button, it does the update on this thread rather than doing it on another thread. And so somehow the difference between updating that number on this thread versus the other thread resolved the crash. This other one though, I don't necessarily. I mean, I could do the same thing. For this one, I could make it so that it doesn't happen automatically. It happens when I click a button, but I don't want it to be that way. So that was, yeah, it's kind of like a last straw sort of situation where like if tkinter can't handle this, I might just look for a replacement for tkinter. All right. So in this else case, we actually care about this data. In this else case, we'll say, oh yeah, right. So we have to start collecting this data. So we'll say, like vdict, or wait, how am I going to do this? Oh yeah, previously, oh no, we used an action dictionary for it. Yeah, whatever. I think for this we didn't actually need to use one, but whatever. Oh no, we used it because of write-ins. And now there aren't any write-ins. Alright, whatever. Like I said, whatever. Alright, so yeah, let's so I'm just trying to think about trolls. It's always, I don't know. It's always something to think about. If you're working on I like I don't. Most of my games are not like multiplayer, online multiplayer. But when you're working on online multiplayer games, it's important to think about trolls because trolls delight in making other people miserable, and they're basically like a waste of human life. But the worst thing about them is that they waste their life in order to waste your life too. And so basically the trick to handling that in game is just to make it so that they're only wasting their own time. Because you can't stop people from wasting their own time. You can only stop them from wasting other people's time. So, yeah, so the reason I mentioned that is just because, like I was saying before, what I'm doing with the secret panel is going to make it hard to bring the secret panel on screen. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm actually just going to move the, so right now I have, like, this is the text field that would get updated with this data. I'm just going to move this down to the bottom of the screen, because then, or I'm going to move it down to the bottom of the panel, because then when I bring it on screen, like, let's say, so I'll move it basically, can you guys see the activate away mode button? Yeah, okay, you can see the whole panel. So basically, instead of, when I bring it on screen, instead of bringing it on like this, I can just bring it on like this, and then you guys can see some of the secret panel, and I can talk about some of the secret panel, but the bottom part can still be hidden. And I'll just have to be careful about that, I guess. I don't necessarily anticipate it to be a problem. It's just like, trolls betrolls. Trolls betrolls. So, there's that. Do. A bridge. I'll build bridges all over the place. Wait for the trolls to collect underneath one, and then detonate them. No. Yeah, no, that's why you have to account for trolls, because you can't get rid of them, as far as I can tell. Okay, so the the what? The sorry, just reading chat. So okay, so we'll have like voice dictionary equals a new dictionary and it's basically just going to be the sum of the other dictionaries. So in the else case, we'll say if v key in voice dictionary dot keys, then oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah. So what do we want to do with this? Frame time minus player dictionary. Oh yeah, wait. Actually, so hold on. Let's actually do this differently. So we're actually going to say so like v val, the voice value here is going to equal 3600 wait, how's this going to work? It's going to be it's so the value is supposed to be higher um, when the voice is newer. So uh, the voice value is higher when the so basically like frame time minus player dictionary. Yeah. So yeah, I guess yeah, let's say so 3600 is is like an hour. So 3600 minus uh frame time minus frame time minus player dictionary. Uh, the player dictionary, what was it? Player dictionary, p key, voice v key. Uh, yeah. And then and so then instead we'll say if vval is less than 0, if vval is less than 0, that means that it's older than an hour, in which case we'll just get rid of it. And then otherwise we'll say vval, I guess we can just use vval like that. I mean, I might change the formula a little bit to, to get it, I want to slope it a little bit or something. I don't know. It might just be fine to like add these values like linearly. That might be entirely suitable. I don't know how I want to use this data exactly, so we'll find out. Okay. Hey Jocko, how's it going? Let's okay. So let's just say vval. If vval is in if vval is already in voice dictionary.keys, then we'll say voice dictionary index v key plus equals vval. Oh yeah. So vval. Don't keep track of the count. Excuse me. No, I guess not. But I will keep track of the influence as well, because I do tend to keep regard for influence as well. So yeah, I guess I want to do influence similar to like the I plus business. All right, so voice dictionary, and I'll just for consistency, I'll use the. No, I'm gonna call it the influence dictionary. Influence dictionary equals. Oh wait, is that a thing? I think I use the influence dictionary other places, but is it like a global thing? No, this is the only place I actually use it. All right, I lied. Okay, influence dictionary equals dictionary as well. So yeah, so for p key and player dictionary.keys, let's do the I plus business that we did like before. Oh, actually, I might want to do it differently. I might just want to use like raw influence this time instead of I just want to use raw influence this time. Um, just because, like, yeah, I don't know. And like in this particular case, I almost don't care about lower influence players as much. Yeah, because in the context of an event, influence is supposed to work as I described, just for fairness in the game. But like this part isn't about fairness. This is just about like raw data. Because like I said, like I might use this for game systems. I intend to use this for game systems at some point. Um, but for now, I'm basically just setting up like data output for myself, and so actually the raw data might actually be more interesting. So I'm not going to use the I plus. I'm literally just going to say so yeah. So if v key in voice dictionary dot keys, then voice dictionary v key whatever, and then so influence dictionary index v key. Actually, I guess I don't really need two dictionaries. I could just keep the both values in the same dictionary, but whatever. Plus equals vval, or no, plus equals player dictionary index p key dot exp, right? That's how we used to have it. And then else, the else case, if it's not already in the voice dictionary, then we add a new entry for these things. So we just say equals. We don't say plus equals. All right, cool. Yeah. So let's now we do the stuff that we did before, where we like sort, we put this into a list and we sort it, and or we'll sort it outside here. But so for a so now we say so we do another loop for v key in voice dictionary now. Voice dictionary, the aggregate list dot keys. Then we will say why is your name green? I think the names in chat just get chosen randomly. If you have Twitch Turbo, then you can choose your name color and it'll stay the same color every time. But I think otherwise it just chooses randomly for you. Okay, so for vkey in voice dictionary dot keys, right. So we do kind of the same thing as before. We say a list dot append, and then what are the three values? Oh wait, two values? I thought we had three values. Oh no, we only have two values. Wait a second. Oh, we only have two items in the list, right? Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. So we append in the voice value. Yeah. So the first value is voice dictionary index v key, and then the second value is so this is supposed to be a list or a tuple or whatever these things are called. V key, and then the second item is v key itself. And then oh yeah, all right. So X dictionary. Oh, okay. Actually, I can. Okay, I was like, yeah, I was thinking this would have to change, but actually, no. The only thing I have to change in order to get this to work is I just have to declare X dictionary outside here, and use X dictionary for both. Actually, I don't like X dictionary. Like I used to name things with just a single letter at the front, but that got confusing to me once I had like a million different things. Hey. Oops, I got so excited I accidentally ripped out my earbuds. I ripped them out of my portable device. Dr. A, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. So sorry, hold on, I'm gonna start my music up again. Music. So let's Ow, my ear. Let's continue on. Um, uh, Jocko, you have a bad attitude. All right, so replace X dictionary with influence dictionary. Replace, replace. All right. So now, yeah, we can. So we're using influence dictionary in different ways. We're setting up the influence dictionary in different ways depending on these two cases. Um, oh, things are going well, by the way, Dr. Ray. Uh, apart from the fact that I managed to injure my ear. It's not like actually hurt. I'm really impressed with myself that I managed to do that. But no, things are going great. We're side questing and doing all sorts of fun stuff. Um, uh, so let's yeah, okay. So right, so now we're using influence. We're setting up influence dictionary in different ways, but when we put it back together at the end, it's pretty much the same thing. So we can just set up a list as such, and we're also using the a list very differently, but it works out in the end because oh, actually, one thing I might want to do with a list is oh, I I might want to do this a little differently. Because like I definitely want to sort. I definitely want to sort this list by voice key, by like v key, by like voice value or whatever. Um, uh, uh, sorry. Um, what AAA studio? I don't work for any AAA studios right now, unless you count me as a person to be a AAA studio. I work independently now, but I used to work for Harmonix, Harmonix Music Systems. They make like Rock Band and Dance Central, some other games. Uh, yeah, and it was just occurring to me like I definitely want to sort this list by voice value or like V key, but like I almost kind of want to. I kind of also want the information of like I want the additional information of how many people like chose this thing. Like it's not critical, it's not like vital, but like I kind of want it anyways. So I could do that instead of influence, but I kind of want it all. I want all of this information, all of the information. um. So maybe this is fine for now. Maybe, huh? No, I kind of do want all the information. I just want all of it, all of it forever. um. So I wouldn't have to change that much. I would just have to. Yeah, it wouldn't be like a unified like this bit at the bottom would not be as unified. It would be different in each case. Not that that's not so bad. That's like really not so bad. So whatever. I'm just gonna do that. Just gonna do that. All right. So cut this. Put this here. Yeah. Indent this. Actually, I guess I didn't need to cut it because I'm basically gonna put something very similar back in its place. But all right. So now in this else case, yeah. All right. So uh, I'm not gonna add in another dictionary. I don't need that. I don't need this many dictionaries. So Viki, whatever. No, I lied. I am. I'm just gonna call it like count dictionary equals dictionary, and then so yeah, again, it's just gonna increment. So in the case that it already exists, then count dictionary. Um, v key, uh, plus equals 1, and then in the other case, we'll just say that it equals 1. So save that, and then save that, and then right. Okay. So a list. Yeah. So this is all the same. The only difference really is that uh, yeah. So when we're printing this stuff, I'm also going to print in uh, I'm going to print in two different data points here. Copy, paste, paste. I'm also going to put in so comma or yeah, comma put with a space between these two data points. So this is just going to be like uh, so this is not influence dictionary. This is count dictionary. Yeah. I think I might also do for a item 0. I think I might also do like the integer version of it rounded, just because this might be a big number anyways. So I just want it to be like not so out of control. Like if it has like crazy decimal places, like I don't care about the crazy decimal places. So yeah, we're just gonna round it and present it as an integer, as a string. I'm converting it to an integer just because otherwise the string would have like 0.0, because if it goes right from a float to a string, it'll add in the 0.0. All right, not that it matters, but I think this is done now. I think this is like done. This is in the game now. So all right, so you broke the curse. Good job. Excellent work. I was going to say I'll restart the script, but I guess I'll restart the script after the next event. Actually, you know what? I'll just make the next event happen now. Because because this is the last event in the quest chain, so yeah. Oh yeah, so this event, we were talking about this earlier. This is one of those events where I want an interior space, right? Because you like before, when you discovered the curse in a book in an ancient tome inside like a great manor, so like it would make sense if you were in an interior space for this chain of events. So yeah, and so like that's why like I have events that like would make sense in a castle, and then there's this event that would make sense in a manor. So like I yeah, that's what I was thinking of one of the next environments will probably be like an interior space. I might not do it like the. I want to do. I think I'll do it similar to the pirate ship in that. It probably won't have any connectors to it. Like it's entirely possible that it won't have any like transition pieces. It might have transition pieces. And then I can just still reuse it at other times for like various other interior spaces. But like no it will still scroll. So like the pirate ship is like a fixed space and like it doesn't like scroll relative to the other stuff. I think the interior space probably will still scroll because it can be like just a really big building, I guess. Like it'll be an interior space like you'll be walking past like windows and like there'll be doors and like hallways and all sorts of other stuff. But I guess it'll still have just miles and miles of this interior space, whatever it is. All right, so all right. After this event, I will restart the script, and then I think voices will just work hypothetically, or they'll crash the game. I don't know. All right. So excellent. Good job. Good job, me. All right, so let's stop the script, and then yeah. So I'll give it a little while to cool down. I'll give it a minute or two to cool down. Actually, no, you know what? I should try and rerun it immediately because it's gonna crash. Yeah, that's like a thing that I've been learning. Uh, oh, unexpected indent. Right. Okay. Yeah, because I took out the else case for the write-in part. Oh, the write-in stuff. I should probably get rid of that because it's not a thing anymore. I mean, yeah, no, I'm gonna get rid of that real quick. So write-in. Any reference to write-in is no longer relevant. Because it's like every day is write-in day, by which I mean, uh, uh, yeah, like you don't have to wait for a special event or anything anymore. Do 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 do. Save that. Oh, so I guess the multi button shouldn't be in column 1 anymore. It should just kind of be column span 2, I guess. Just so it's centered or whatever. Alright. Are there any other references to write in? I mean, yeah, I can comment this out too, I guess. And then, yeah. Alright, so that wasn't so bad. It's mostly just the button. Or the radio button, yeah. Like, I don't know what would have happened if I created I don't know what would have happened if I, oh, wait. No, yeah, because I got rid of that button, it's just impossible to create or write an event now. I mean, hypothetically, there is such thing as event type 7, right? Or event type -1. Did I ever process that anywhere? Event, or, so, equals -1. Item, no, that's fine. Do now, that's fine. Item, alright. I guess I never actually did anything with that. Yeah, because write-in events, are basically, so write-in events were events that, invalid syntax, oops. Else. Oh. Oh, right, this is the else to if that no longer exists. So, yeah, so the way written events had worked once upon a time. Wait, what are you complaining about here? Oh, equals. Probably did that a few times. The way, so written events were, so wait, what's wrong here? If GM name, unexpected indent. Oh, yeah. Wait, why is this indented? Oh, yeah, right, because I was changing this and then I decided not to change it. Yeah, so this doesn't have to be indented. Alright, yeah, because I think I left it that GMs can't participate. Yeah, I think that's how I left it. Alright, so the script seems to not be as crashy. I'm just going to test it real quick, I guess. Blorp. Just testing. Oh, wait, no, it's not going to work. Hold on, wait. Ignore that. No, it's not going to work because I haven't scheduled it yet. In order for it, technically, if it ever got scheduled, it would reschedule itself appropriately. But I neglected to schedule it in the first place. So, what is it? It's just called voices. I'm pretty sure. So let's just so we'll do it after anim before event points. Yeah. So let's schedule it for time plus what was it? Pev something cooldown. Pev update cooldown, I think. And this will just be for voices. Right? I think that's right. Alright, let's see if that works. It might just crash, like I said. It's entirely possible that this will just crash. But, yep, hey, how about that? List indices must be integers? Where the heck is a list be? Where the heck is a list index? Oh, comma. Comma. Oops. I forgot the comma there. Okay. So, doop doop. All right. So like, how about like Jeeves? Is that gonna work? It only happens every. Oh, there it goes. Crashes. A total. A total. What is A total supposed to be? Plus equals A total. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. I forgot about A total. I just don't really need it. I can just cut it. Yeah. I'm just gonna cut it. A total. It's for the other, for events. It tells you how many total players have participated. But I don't need a total for this. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. All right. So save that, and let's try it again. So let's try like beep. Sorry that chat is so good right now. Sorry for me. Oh yeah, look at that. Beep. So it has 3,594 action points or voice points or whatever. I should probably change the scale on that because that's like too many points. I should do it like divided by like 360 or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Divided by 360. Yeah, because like if multiple people are using it, then like that's gonna get out of control really fast. So like they're worth 10 points right off the bat, and then they just slowly tick downwards, I guess. I should also make it. It should also be not linear. But it was ticking downwards, right? Every time it updates, it goes down by 10 seconds. So it's 3. Yeah, look, 3544. Next it'll be 3534, and the system works. So, yeah, that's fun. So, the whole point. Wait, why did it stop ticking down? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So like, let's try like Zorf, wham, Nino. Right. So now there's I input 3 more. So, yep. Now there's all these. Yeah. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Oh wait, why is beep? Oh yeah, beep is lowest on the list. Good. All right, cool. So it's not super legible because of the way the format, like the way that formats stuff, but yeah, you know. Um, it's not crashing, so that's good. All right, so I'll bring down the script now that it seems to be working okay, and then that way when I restart the script, players will actually be in the game. And in the meantime, I'll change the formula because for one thing, I wanted. Well, yeah, I can just change it up front. I'll say vval. So yeah, so if vval is actually like a thing that we care about, then we'll say vval divided by vval equals vval divided vval. I can spell vval divided by 360. Wait, hold on. So right now it's a number anywhere from 3,600 to 0. So I guess we actually want to square it. Maybe. We want it to go big first. I mean, we can square it before or after. So if we... so yeah, so what if we do vval divided by 360. What's the square root of 10? I just like 10 as a number. Actually, no, I'll just say, yeah, sorry, I'll just say vval squared. So, yeah, vval equals math dot pow vval. Wait, how's pow work? Is the first value is the value that you, yeah, x. Oh, well, it's not very helpful tooltip. I think the value that you, I think the power is in the second, is the second value. So x to y, x raised to the power of y. So x squared, um, uh, and then divided by, so what is 3600 squared? Because we want to divide it by almost that, except with one fewer or zero place. So calc. So 3600 to the power of. Oh, can I not square with this? Whatever. All right. So times 3600. That's a big number. All right. So copy. So we want to divide it by that with one fewer zero place. So that way the maximum value is 10, and then it'll tick down over time. Actually, it's possible that I don't even want this data to stick around for an hour. Like an hour is a really long time, kind of. So I don't know. Maybe that's fine. We'll see how it goes. I can always tune that stuff later, however I feel like it. So what if I put in? What if instead of I wonder if I can put in like new line characters. I wonder if that would work. I think I'm gonna try it. It might crash, in which case I should probably test it. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know what that's gonna do. Hopefully it's just gonna work. So I'm just gonna assume it's gonna work. It's just gonna. I don't know. We'll see. I might have to restart the script again if it doesn't work. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. So that's voices. We did it. We did it. Oh yeah. Why does Trusty Bard forget to tweet levels sometimes? Ah man, that's gonna. I really have like nowhere to go with that one. I should just start putting in like breadcrumbs, so that way the next time I realize it has gone wrong, I'll be able to like at least look to something to see. I don't know. I just want that puzzle to be solved. I just want to know. I just want to know the answer to that one. Sometimes it's fun to discover stuff, but no. In this case, I'd rather just know right now. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, so castle interior. Like I was saying, that'd be nice. I should write branching quests, or just quests in general. I should just flesh out the quest library. That'd be good. Yeah, I'll put that on the to-do list. Actually, yeah. Smooth the passive points during overtime. Yeah. Standard bearer. I should make more character art at some point, because Lauren's getting close to the maximum level again, as he tends to do. So someday I want to fix that up. Let's. What are you guys interested in right now? Would you guys rather see like art type stuff, or like design type stuff, or like code type stuff? Because I have a lot of things I could be doing, and I could, yeah. What would you guys be interested in seeing? While you guys think that over, I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just gonna mute the microphone for 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm not actually going anywhere. Sorry, 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry for the delay. All right. So right branching quests. Yeah, that's one thing that I kept telling myself I would do. Oh yeah. Wait. Hold on. before I started thinking about voices, I was thinking of doing something. Yeah, so maybe I should just continue with voices. I was like thinking like, well, okay, now that